have I got a good one for you this week? Firstly, and I mean this sincerely, thank you so much for watching the last video. This channel will be the telling of these mysterious stories from now on, with a few UFOs caught on camera in there also, because aliens. I'm humbled by how much people enjoy these stories. Let's begin. In January 2012, a man going by the name Tempt Too Soon, that is the worst coffee shop name ever, posted a comment to Reddit. He never expected many people to read it, certainly not to care about it. It's not the most informational story, very scarce on details. There is nothing exceptional about its delivery. It's just a man giving a brief story of his life, and it's not to be missed. One day, this man met a woman. She instantly made his heart skip a beat and gave him a red face. He was in love. After being in a relationship with her for 2 years, they got married. The happiest day of his life. That was until the birth of his first child, a daughter. By all accounts, they had a great life, not without its stresses of course, but a good family life. He loved his job and made such a good living that his wife could stay at home looking after their child. And then 2 years after the birth of their daughter, they had a son. They continued for many years to live a fairly prosperous life, of course not without its difficulties, but this was a loving family unit, and his son was the joy of my life. Every morning before work, the man would go into his children's bedroom and create special moments with them. This was a loving family navigating their way through the world. One day, after a long day at work, he comes home, goes into the living room, tired, sits down on the sofa, gets comfortable, and then he glances at the lamp in the corner of the room. He picks up the remote, gets ready to watch some TV, and he just glances at the lamp again. He found himself being drawn to the red with gold trim lamp in the corner of the room. It just didn't look right. The perspective of the lamp was odd. It looked inverted. It was in 3D, but just wrong. The man was no longer curious about the lamp. He couldn't look away. As his wife put the kids to bed, she started to feel concerned and asked her husband to come to bed. Please stop looking at the lamp. Everything's okay. You're tired. Come to bed. Have a good night's sleep. He did not go to bed. He sat and stared at that lamp all night. He wouldn't and couldn't move. The next day he didn't go to work. Something was just not right about that lamp. What started as strange was now becoming a serious situation. His wife, thinking he must be having some type of breakdown, witnessing her husband sat on the sofa transfixed on the lamp. He had stopped eating. He would only leave the sofa to go to the bathroom. And soon even that stopped. Not worth thinking about the details. He just couldn't stop staring at the lamp. His wife, out of mind with worry at this point, got a family friend to come round to try and snap him out of it. It's just a lamp. Come on, it's just a lamp. Let's leave. Let's leave. Get something to eat. Watch a film. He wouldn't move. Things got so bad that his wife, not wanting the kids to see their father in this state, took them to stay at their grandparents' house. And then it hit him. The lamp's not real. The house is not real. My family is not real. The last 10 years of his life were not real. He suddenly feels a sharp pain in his head. He can taste blood. He can hear voices around him. His senses are on fire. And then he opens his eyes to find himself lying on a pavement surrounded by people that he doesn't know, completely confused. A police officer picks him up, runs him to the police car, puts him in and hurriedly drives to the hospital. Where are my family? I want my family. Please go and get my wife. He was rushed to the hospital and given emergency medical treatment, including a CT scan. Where are my family? Are my kids okay? It was at that point that he was told that he had suffered a head injury. He had been assaulted by another man at the university he attended. Trying to digest this information, he soon came to the realization that he had lived a life of 10 years whilst unconscious on the ground. Following his awakening, he went through 3 years of depression, mourning the loss of his family, a family he knew were not real, but the pain was real. He would cry himself to sleep, hoping to see her in my dreams. He never saw her, but sometimes, as he sat alone in his apartment, out of the corner of his eye, he would see his son, always 5 years old. I can never hear what he says. That was the story of the Reddit lamp. It's a story that just won't go away. More than a decade after this comment was posted, it has again recently been trending on social media and amassing millions of views on videos referencing it, media articles writing about it. What is it about this story that captivates people? After the original comment, he did give an update. Never thought anyone would read this. I changed the line so that it no longer seems that my 2-year-old daughter bore a child. I have never seen Inception or the Star Trek episodes so many have mentioned. I will not do an AMA. I've had many PMs describing similar experiences and 3 posters stating such experiences are impossible. I'd say more research needs to be done on brain functions. Pre-med students, don't assume you know everything. He also answered a few follow-up questions such as what happened to the football player that struck him. He was ordered to pay half my medical bills and that was it. Then Tem Too Soon vanished. There is no evidence or anything to substantiate this story is true. There's no police report of the assault, there's no medical documents for his injuries, and so of course we have to be skeptical when thinking that the story is literally true. But some people do believe him. Nevertheless, there is something about the story that connects with our innermost fears, the severity of loss, the fragility of life, and the joy of love. This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you for watching. Now go and look at your lamp.